Columbus, Indiana, where they fire up the crowd with the striking of the anvil as it's time for football at Lucas Oil Stadium. Come on, two teams ready to square off. It's the Miami Dolphins and the Indianapolis Colts. On the visitor sideline, the Dolphins head coach. His team fired up and ready for this one. On the other sideline, the Colts head coach, Shane Steichen. His team looking for a spark, hoping their fans will give it to them here at home as we are set to go. Mike Tirico with Greg Olsen. We're ready to start year 2 together in the booth. And off we go from downtown Indy. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time, led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Tua Tyreek.
Mike, isn't there just something different about week 1 of the NFL season? I mean, after months of anticipation, debate, speculation, it all gets settled on the field. New coaches, new teams, rookies playing their first time. Man, it's just an exciting time of year, and I'm pumped to be calling it alongside you.
Fake the handoff. Now, Tua. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
And 9 yards to go.
He's going to let this one go deep. That is hard. And they're not going to catch up to him. He will score. 75 yards. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Terrific way to start this one, Greg, on the opening drive. Getting the ball in the air, down the field, and into the end zone for 6.
We wondered all week, Mike, if this secondary would get tested, especially as the game progressed. Well, we didn't have to wait very long. I mean, a big play early, and we got ourselves a 6-0 ball game.
The extra point is good. And the Colts have their first lead of the new year. They're up 7-0 here in the season opener. Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. The dangerous Nicole Hardman on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Miami offense will make their way onto the field. They're led out by a former star at Alabama. It's Jalen Milroe at quarterback.
Well, here it is. This is the moment, Mike, that he has been working towards ever since hearing his...
In trouble, and down he goes. Big Grover Stewart off to the dream start for a pass rusher. A sack on the very first play of the season. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Out of the gun, it's Milroe. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 13.
From the shotgun, it's Milroe. That ball is caught on the sideline, and both feet inbounds. A big third down pickup for a first down.
16 yards.
From the gun, it's Milroe. He'll get this complete. It's Lamb again.
Ceedee
set to go now on 1st and 10.
17 more yards. That's another.
To throw again is Milroe. A quick slant into the hands of Waddle. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. First catch for him on this new season. And it results in a first down.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Dolphins.
Every staff in the league that understands that we have to play a rookie quarterback, regardless of their talent, regardless of how high they were drafted. The ideal situation is to fill that huddle with as many veteran players as possible. The quarterback's going to be young. He's going to make some mistakes. The more veteran, talented guys around him, the easier it is to weather those mistakes.
And the Dolphins are looking at a 1st and goal. He takes it all the way down to the 2.
10 more yards. That's good for a Dolphins first down. First and goal, Miami.
On play action, Milroe. That's going to wind up incomplete, but a penalty flag is down on the play. Let's see what that's all about. Second and goal. Taylor will score. Touchdown, Miami.
Touchdown, Miami.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Aubrey is good with the extra point. And the Dolphins come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Ashton Doolin now to return it. Woo! And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. So here come the Colts. Greg, they're just kind of in the middle. They're 8-9 last year, behind Houston a couple of games in the division. The last few years it felt like, well, Indy's got a chance, but they just don't have enough guys to get to that next level. It's an important season for the Colts all the way around.
It is, and you mentioned the 8-9 record, Mike, and what really concerns me is not necessarily the record. We always have to look at the context. You're 8-9, but in a division that's, let's be honest, it's not.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. The rookie out of Michigan, Kenneth Grant. The first-round pick making an instant impact, a sack here in the season opener. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. A throw on the move is caught. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down. So, on 4th down, the Colts send out Rigoberto Sanchez to punt. Nicole Hardman deep to return. This brought in out past the 20. And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. The Dolphins offense about ready to get going on their second possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing is Milroe. They'll set up the receiver screen with Waddle. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
And the Dolphins first down.
Here's Milroe to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up
Taylor.
2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
On the ground, it's Taylor. Finding space inside the 40. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line.
24 yards. That's good for a Dolphins first down.
So, first quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. We'll come back to Indianapolis in a moment. The Dolphins in possession of the football. We begin the second quarter. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. As we are ready to get back underway. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. From 23, here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up second and
First
4.
carry here for Devon Achane. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. Here's 3rd and 7.
And it's 3rd down.
Now it's Milroe. The pressure will get to him. He goes down. There is a flag down in the backfield, usually the spot that tells us hold it. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. Officially an even 50-yard attempt. Aubrey's kick is good. And the Dolphins will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own
The Colts offense ready to take over possession of the football. Greg, when you look at the AFC South, there's an appreciation for what the Houston Texans have done. A couple of different quarterbacks, a couple of different head coaches. They've really been the team over the last several years that has been the team to beat in this division. And for the others, there's been moments. The question is, what pieces can they put together to try and knock Houston off the top?
Yeah, and you know, nobody wants to be in a room, right, Mike? Your coach got fired probably for a reason. You're drafted at the top of the draft order for a reason. Typically means things didn't go great. But if you're going to rebuild, I'll tell you, you want to do it in a division where there's a lot of wins on your schedule, and that's certainly the AFC South over the last couple of years. So as bad as things feel with your Jacksonville and Tennessee, the fact that there's not a big dog in your division, your ability to find yourself climbing up the ladder is not as far as away as it might seem in the moment.
And, Greg, I've heard you say a bunch of times, if you have a quarterback, you have a chance. Well, both of the teams at the bottom of the division last year, Jacksonville and Tennessee, they've got #1 overall picks as their quarterbacks. One who's been around for a bit in Trevor Lawrence and one who's recently been drafted in Cam Ward. They have to be #1 overall pick performers for these teams to come challenge at the top.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And with Trevor Lawrence, Mike, we've seen him play top-tier #1 overall, got a big new contract. I mean, we've seen him play franchise quarterback level ball. It just hasn't been frequent enough. And then, of course, in Tennessee with Cam Ward, we're not sure what it's going to look like, but we knew in college he was incredible. So if they get the Cam Ward we saw last year at Miami, if he brings that culture-changing presence on and off the field in that locker room to Tennessee, I wouldn't be surprised to see Jacksonville and Tennessee higher up that list.
That is caught left side by Waddle. And he'll be out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
It's a gain of 30. And the Dolphins first down.
Throwing now, Milroe on first down.
So often the best pass defense is a good pass rush, and that's exactly what we saw here. The pass rush disrupted this play from the very start. The quarterback has all of his attention on the rushers rather than his receivers downfield. All he can manage to do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Devon.
He's looking for Devon Achane coming out of the backfield.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now it's going to be 3rd down. Now Milroe. He's got the hook up there to Waddle. Already closing in on 100 yards receiving in the first half. That one picks up a first down.
Dolphins first down. A gain of 18 on the play. And the Dolphins
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield.
That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Ceedee Lamb. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Touchdown, Miami.
All week, we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time. And what a great job by the offensive line allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
Anthony Gould now to return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Here's the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over once more. You know, Greg, early on, it's always new faces in different places. Off-season movement, what caught your eye?
Well, I think there's so many good ones, right? You talk about Stephon Diggs. He ends up in New England, and Cooper Kupp now. He's moving on to Seattle from the Rams, but I think it's the guy the Rams signed to replace him, Davante Adams. I know he's not the youngest anymore, but watching him play in New York with Aaron Rodgers last year with the Jets, he can still run, he can still make every catch, he can still go up and compete at the high point. I think you put Davante Adams with Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua, in that offense run by Sean McVay. I think that's a sneaky, maybe not a sneaky because he's a really household name, but I think that's a great signing by the Rams.
And always interesting from the offseason, the quarterback movement and unique ties. Some of the biggest names were or now are Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, and now the guy that is going to line up behind center for Seattle, Mike, is Sam Darnold. And, of course, we all saw that incredible season he had last year in Minnesota with Kevin O'Connell and Justin Jefferson and that really dynamic Vikings offense. So now he goes to Seattle. I think he's going to have an inspired Cooper Kupp. He was let go from the Rams. If he's healthy, he's a big weapon. Jackson Smith and Jigba.
In trouble, and down he goes.
A loss of 6 brings up 2nd and 16 at the 44.
From the gun, here's Tua. Open man downfield, it's Warren. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
That's another Colts
A big gainer for Indianapolis. 32 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Second down, they need 7. A shotgun snap for Tua. That one taken in. Michael Pittman. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
The extra point, up and good. And the Colts are back to within a field goal. It's 17-14. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Milrow. Now a screen set up for Achane.
Milrow's pass.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd.
One final throw before the break. He gets it to the rangy tight end Waller. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Today is the day, the debut of our new halftime show. Buckle up, everyone. I think you're going to like it. Our trip around the NFL starts now, and it starts with a good one in the AFC West. And it's a guy who finished with 23 touchdowns and only 3 interceptions last year, Justin Herbert. He connects. It's a 16-yard touchdown. The Chargers begin Jim Harbaugh year 2 with a week 1 victory. From there, it's down to the Big Easy in New Orleans. We'll check in on the Saints as they play host to the Arizona Cardinals. and it's Alvin Kamara. He's going to take this one in, 11 yards on the touchdown run. This one's at halftime now, and it's the Saints trying to win the home opener. They have the lead at halftime. Time for a look here at the rest of the games going on and what's to come here in Week 1 of the new NFL season. In the game you're watching, it's been tight throughout, a field goal separating these two sides through 2 quarters. As we send you back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Three points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. Hardman now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
The Dolphins take over.
The Dolphins offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. Greg, this AFC East, a division that really has been dominated by the Bills. The 5 straight division titles. It's hard to see who can knock them off that perch right now.
Yeah, and I think until someone decides that that's going to change, I think you just have to assume that Buffalo remains the king of the East. And I think when you look at the bottom of the division with the Jets and New England, they're clearly in a rebuild. Young quarterbacks, new coaching staffs, trying to kind of get themselves out of the bottom of the division. Miami seems to me, I don't know if they're ready to compete necessarily with Buffalo directly, but Miami is a playoff caliber roster, a playoff caliber team. They've showed it in years past. So if anybody's ready to compete, I think it's Miami. I just don't know, Mike, if they are ready top to bottom over the length of the season to get enough wins to keep pace with a team as good as Buffalo.
And 2 new coaches at the bottom of the standings last year, the Jets and the Patriots. And Greg, both guys who played for a long time in the league and bring a certain amount of toughness to the top of the organizations.
Oh, absolutely, and it was very clear exactly what New York and New England were looking for. They wanted culture centers, right? It wasn't about getting the fancy play caller. It wasn't about the X's and O's. They needed to establish an identity and a culture of excellence and of winning. So no question, Mike, there was a very clear mission, a clear path to landing on Vrabel and Aaron Glenn, and they think they have their guy for the long term.
It is 3rd and long. To the air, it's Milroe. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. It's a gain of 29, and it's first and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers.
And he's in! Johnathan Taylor, touchdown Miami. That his 2nd touchdown now here in the season opener.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Here's Gould on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Michael Pittman making his way back out there along with the rest of the Colts offense. You know, Greg, you start to think about, okay, who are the teams that didn't make the playoffs last year that have a chance this year? Look, it happens every year. We just have to identify who they are. Who are a couple top of mind for you as we start 2025?
You know, as I start in the AFC, I think the Cincinnati Bengals, and you got to think the way their season ended last year, they rattle off 5 wins straight, really on the back of Joe Burrow. We could have made the argument, if they're a playoff team, that Joe Burrow was the best player in the league. I mean, he was incredible. Most beats, Mike, he single-handedly carried that offense. Now, new defensive coordinator in Al Golden coming from the college ranks. Can he just make that defense in Cincinnati average? because if they just play a little bit better with that high-profile offense, I think they're a team. They may not win the division with Baltimore, but they're going to be close and maybe at least get one of those wild card spots.
Once you're flipping over, who are the guys you're watching in the NFC?
You know, I think Dallas is going to find themselves just the fact that I know the division is difficult. Obviously, Philadelphia remains really strong. Does Washington kind of regress a little bit back now in year 2? They were the high-profile, big splash team of last year. Do they regress to the median? Time will tell. But I think healthy Dallas, healthy Dak, healthy Micah Parsons, like that roster that we saw play last year is not the roster on paper that we expected to see. So I think Dallas has a chance. I think San Francisco always is going to be a team, again, dealt with their own injuries last year with McCaffrey and all the stuff on defense. So I think San Francisco and Dallas are two perennial teams we expect to be in the playoff hunt. They missed out last year. I wouldn't be shocked to see them back in it again this year.
10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
10 at the 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now, Tua. I'll throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
Intended for
2nd and 10.
Pierce. Incomplete. Leads to 2nd and 10 at the
Throwing
35-yard
is Tua.
line.
He's got the big man, Mo Alley Cox. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down.
25-yard line.
They'll hand this one off to Goodson. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
More yards.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
10 at the 14-yard line.
The RPO, that one is complete. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It is 2nd and 9. Back to throw is Tua. Oh, not a good throw there. That's across his body. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Brooks.
These second-half red zone opportunities are critical, Mike. I mean, you're not going to score every single time you get down here, but it feels like at this point in the game, this might be my last chance to get this deep. You've got to make the most of those limited opportunities. At least come away with 3. You're hoping for 6, but in this case, you come away with 0.
Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive, and they have done all you could ask for, closing in on a road victory to start the campaign as they try to finish things off here in quarter number 4. On 1st down, they'll start with Taylor. A good physical run, motoring forward for 9.
Tackle made at the 38.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll throw on 1st down with Milroe. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Able to get loose after the catch for more yardage. That'll be a pickup of 21.
1st down. A gain of
They'll break the huddle.
yards.
Coming up now for 1st and 10. Play action. It's Milroe. He'll take a shot here. Back to the end zone. Backs to the end zone where it's incomplete. What a job in coverage. Muscling that one free. It'll be 2nd down now. Hit as as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there. The crowd does not agree with that call. Boos ring out. Doesn't matter. Not going to change it. It's a first down. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
Leads to second and goal.
On the give, this is Taylor. And he's got another one. Johnathan Taylor. Touchdown, Dolphins. What a start to the season. It's a 3-touchdown week number 1. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Makes the score Dolphins 31, Colts 14.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Here's Gould on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Colts offense ready for this next possession. Well, Greg, this is going to take a lot of self-reflection here. You build up so much for the season opener. To struggle like this has got to be a tough field.
Yeah, we've never spoken to a team before their week 1 matchup where they didn't tell us this is the best training camp they've ever had. It's the best roster they've ever had. I mean, how many times have we heard that? So in this case, though, Mike, I think you have to be careful that you don't overcorrect. Of course, this did not go according to plan. This is not what they've been building to through their entire offseason schedule, but it's still also just one game. So don't throw everything in the garbage and start all over. Don't throw out all the hard work from the previous offseason. Stay the course, fix what went wrong, improve, and move on to week 2.
That one complete to Pierce. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
A gain of 12 yards.
First and 10.
That's another Colts first down.
To the air again, Tagovailoa. He'll go right and find his running back. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Pickup brings up second and
Again, it's Tua.
at the 43-yard line.
Left side, that is caught by Warren. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
A 2-yard pickup brings up third.
On the ground, it's Goodson. Oh, he didn't need much, but I don't think he got there. Going to depend on the spot, but it looks like he is short.
Brings up fourth down and 1.
He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And he's going to have the first down.
4 yards.
Aggressive call there, but it works out as they convert on fourth down. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 11. That's another Colts first down.
Tua now on first down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
By Jack Campbell. A loss of 6. Brings up second and 16.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa.
31-yard line.
And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
And 16.
To throw is Tua. And he did all he could, but he's going to be forced out at the line of scrimmage, well short of a first down. Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. This is caught. He's got a long way to go. And he is not going to get there. Short of the marker. And that's going to be a turnover on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
On the stop. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 29-yard
So 2 minutes
line.
left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll go again here with Taylor. And he will have the first down. Even with 3 timeouts on the other side, they're going to be able to run this baby all the way down.
First down. It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Dolphins
On 1st and 10, it's Achane. And he's going to have the first down. And that will not officially end it, but for all intents and purposes, they're going to be able to run the clock down from here.
A gain of 15. First down, Miami.
They'll run on 1st down with Taylor. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done.
And 8.
So a win here for the visiting Dolphins. They move to 1-0, getting the victory to begin the new campaign. And that'll do it for my partner Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.
The new season starts now. I'm Scott Hansen, and you are tuned in to the brand new EA Sports Weekly Recap for Week 1. Lots to get you caught up on. Why don't we start out in Indianapolis? The Colts at home to take on the Miami Dolphins. And it's a man, when he gets going, is one of the best in the game, Johnathan Taylor. He's going to run behind his pads and power it in 8 yards for the touchdown. From there, why don't we go to Cleveland? Let's check in on the Browns as they host the Cincinnati Bengals. And it's a man with over 1,200 yards receiving from last year, Jerry Jeudy. He was a tough man to pin down all game long. This, one of his 2 touchdown catches. The Browns wind up winning this one in front of the home crowd to begin the new season. One more to bring you, and it's from the nation's capital. It's the Commanders hosting the New York Giants. And it's a guy coming off a 93-catch season from a year ago, Wan'Dale Robinson. He's going to bring this one in, and away he goes. 77 yards for the touchdown. And that'll do it for us. After a fun first week, let's do it again, shall we?